Good morning, guys, and happy new week. Welcome to the last day of June, the last day of 2024 stroke 2025 football season. As from tomorrow, being 1st of July, begins the new season, which is 2025 stroke 2026 season. And today, being the last day of football season, 2024-2025 season, marks the end of Thomas Partey's contract with Arsenal. Starting from tomorrow, Thomas Partey becomes a free agent. Kudos to the guy. He is a good player. You know, one of the best midfielders we have in Europe currently. You know, had his best season with Arsenal last season, you know, and his services was actually appreciated by all good loving football fans, especially Arsenal fans. You know, we all appreciated this guy. But what I want to say now, I know some co-Arsenal fans might not be happy with what I want to say, but it will still not deter me from saying my own opinion, saying what I want to say, because opinion, they say, is dynamic, and everybody's opinion ought to be respected in as much as it's different from other people's opinion. But then we can learn one or two from it. Now, Thomas Partey's contract with Arsenal ends today, and it's obvious that he's leaving. This I have to say. If I were Thomas Partey, I would have considered a lot of factors, a lot of things before taking the decision of leaving Arsenal this period. Since he asked whether he was the one or it was initiated by his agent, he asked for an increment in his wages, and it was turned down by Arsenal. It's not a bad idea for him to have asked for an increment. It happens, you know, and if it favors you, good. If it not favor you, it's still part of football, you know. So I'm looking at what is happening in clubs currently. I think a lot of clubs, look at Chelsea, for instance, they have started emulating Arsenal then coach as a winger, his way, his method, because then they used to mock him that he doesn't spend money, he doesn't pay players heavily. But they have started learning from what as a winger used to do. And this is what is affecting Manchester United currently. Look at the crop of players who are not wanted anymore at Manchester United, but they are unable to sell those players. The likes of Rashford, Garnacho, Sancho, you know, look at their wages. Even Rashford's price tag has been reduced to 40 million pounds. Yet, no club is coming for him. Why? Because of his huge salary is now affecting Manchester United from selling Rashford. Chelsea, on the same thing, they have started cutting down on players' salary. You know, so this is what, as a winger, was doing then, and he was mocked, he was laughed at. Now they have learned in a hard way. Now, Thomas Partey, judging from 2020, October 2020, he joined Arsenal till this moment. You know, it was actually last season that he had a very fantastic season with Arsenal without injury. All those years, Thomas Partey was out due to injury. Football fans, impatient ones, were scrutinizing Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. Thomas Partey faced a lot of scandals from the hands of Arsenal fans, yet Arsenal, Mikel Arteta backed him up. You know, they never let him down. They stood by him. He was never denied of his salary. Now, I expected Thomas Partey. I didn't say him asking for an increment is a bad thing, but since it was turned down, he should have reciprocated the same love shown to him when he was not performing well for Arsenal. He should have reciprocated to that same gesture by staying with Arsenal with the same 200k per week. How many players, how many midfielders are earning such amount currently. So guys, it was not actually Mikel Arteta's fault. Mikel Arteta loves Thomas Partey. In fact, he wanted Thomas Partey to extend his contract. He wanted Thomas Partey to continue, with Arsenal for next season. But his agents wouldn't want Thomas Partey to continue because of Arsenal's inability to increase his salary. And it's actually kind of divided Arsenal fan base. Like I said, everybody's opinion is good for him or her, and I respect everybody's opinion. But I have to say this, and this is the last time I will talk about Thomas Partey's issue. I personally love Thomas Partey, and I equally would have loved for him to extend to be with us for next season's campaign. But it is what it is. He has taken his decision, and we have to also respect him. It does not affect our love for him. We still love him. We are losing him does not mean that I will not be a fan of Arsenal. Does not mean that Arsenal will not do well. It's not true. Arsenal will definitely be fine without Thomas Partey. And this is true. We have lost credible, good, quality players in the past. And we are still fine. So, KDB, Man City lost KDB to Napoli. KDB even won lots of trophies. Was one of the best, if not the best midfielder in Premier League at his prime. Look at his work rate, his success at Man City was, evident for everybody to look at. Can you compare Thomas Partey's achievements for Arsenal to KDB, who Man City lost to Napoli? Man City have moved on without KDB. So also, Arsenal will definitely move on without Thomas Partey, and will be fine. And if at the end of today, maybe by tomorrow, he decides to change his mind and stay with us, come on, it will be massive news. It will be a great news. And the love he will receive from Arsenal fans will be massive. It will be, times 10 of the love he has actually received from Arsenal fans before now. So, but then, like I said, he is leaving. He will become free agent as from tomorrow. And sincerely, I wish him all the best in his next destination, regardless of the club he's going to, be it in Premier League or any other place. We wish him injury-free season. I just wish he will also replicate the same performances he gave us last season, being injury-free. It's not guaranteed. It's never guaranteed that Thomas Partey will be fit and injury-free for next season. But we all wish him, he's our brother, African blood. We wish him all the best in his next destination. Once a Gunner, always a Gunner. And Arsenal will definitely be fine without him. So some of we fans talking about Arsenal being doomed, Arsenal being, going, trophyless, Arsenal not going to gain good result because Thomas Partey is leaving. It's not true. It's not true. We should learn not to allow emotional attachment to players deprive us from thinking right when issues like this comes up. Once again, Thomas Partey, I love so much, and I wish him all the best in his next destination. Peace out.